In this video, I'm going to give a preview of the February 2025 BTO launch. Let's talk about the Queenstown project. In terms of classification, it will have a 10-year MOP, subsidy recovery clawback, cannot rent out even after MOP, and a bunch of other restrictions. In terms of the unit mix, there will be 1110 units, including 450 units of 2-room flexi, 80 units of 3-room flat, and the rest will be 4-room flats. No 5-room flats here, but that has now been the norm for BTO projects in mature locations. In terms of facilities on the premise, you will have a preschool and a residence network center. Now let's talk about the location. Based on the map that HDB gave, I think this is the location of the new BTO project, which is across the Queensway, Canopy, and Queen's Arc BTO projects that were launched a few years ago. As you can see, there's a low-rise building here. You can see there's a parking lot, a tennis court and stuff, but I think it will get torn down. If you are wondering where is the nearest MRT station, well, Queenstown MRT is right over here. As you can see on the map, the way to get from this project to Queenstown MRT is a little bit twisty. It looks like a long walk to me, but I guess you can take a bus. In terms of amenities, a few blocks away, you can find the Anchor Point Shopping Mall, which is here. Alexandra Central Mall is here. And then here is the IKEA Alexandra, so it'll be easy to buy some furniture. And also the famous ABC Brickwork Market and Food Center is over here. And of course, there are quite a lot of neighborhood shops around the area as well. In terms of healthcare, Alexandra Hospital is right over here, so it's just quite nearby. If we look at the street view, the land plot is basically between Mei Chin Road and Queensway, right? So Mei Chin Road, as you can see, is quite quiet. It's not so busy. But then if we walk a little bit here, Queensway is a much bigger road. So most likely it will be busy, especially during peak hours, but then again, it's not an expressway. For parents, there are quite a lot of primary and secondary school options within the 2-kilometer radius, although not exactly within walking distance. Okay, let's do a quick recap. The main selling point of this project is clearly the location. Mature area, a lot of amenities, shops, etc. Queenstown is very much in demand, so you shouldn't have a problem renting out rooms or selling the flat after MOP. For singles and seniors, this project offers the most amount of 2-room flexi units in the February BTO launch. Almost half of it is allocated for 2-room flexi. This is significantly more if we compare it with other projects. For parents, you'll be happy to know there are quite a lot of school options within the 2-kilometer radius. On the other hand, what are my concerns about this project? Obviously, the strict restrictions are always tough to swallow. Buyers of this project will be subjected to the 10-year MOP, subsidy recovery, cannot rent out the whole flat after MOP, etc. But that actually leads us to the biggest red flag in my opinion, which is the potential resale value. Why? Well, this project will be only a few years younger than the Queensway Canopy and Queen's Arc, which are just across the street, right? But both of those projects only have a 5-year MOP and the standard restrictions, simply because those projects were launched before the new classification kicks in. And don't forget that there will be over 1,600 units over there, so the future buyers will have plenty to choose from. If you compare that with this project, which comes with a 10-year MOP and a bunch of other restrictions, I can foresee that it will be more challenging to sell a flat here after MOP. Is it possible to sell? Possible lah. But you can imagine that the resale price will get hit as well. Other than that, another downside of this project is that the MRT station, in my opinion, is quite a long walk, so you'll probably need to take a bus. But what's the conclusion? I think this project is still okay if you really want to buy for your own stay in the long term, but if you are thinking of selling this flat somewhere down the line, or even expect to flip for a significant profit, I don't think that this is the project that can help you to achieve that objective. And for families, I think you can stay long term here because there are quite a good amount of schooling options at different levels. HDB must have anticipated that there will be a lot of singles and seniors who are keen to apply for this project, hence they allocated quite a lot of 2-room flexi here, so hopefully that will help to address the pent-up demand for these demographics. If you would like to know more about the upcoming BTO launch, check out my channel as I have more videos about this. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye!